Beach Resort was opened during the summer of 2025.
Welcome back to the Business Gong. Today we're gonna be looking at something spectacular, something specific, something peculiar that is happening in Southeast Asia and that is happening around Asia. That specifically what China and North Korea are doing. Why China is building the cities of the future, North Korea is developing the Human Development Index, the United States is busy with wars in Ukraine, with wars in Iran, with conflicts with Venezuela, and is fighting for oil all around the world. Something specific, something peculiar is happening with North Korea and China. We're going to be seeing how China and North Korea are developing their infrastructure, building cities of the future, building cities that will last the next century. And seemingly nobody is paying attention to this. And these are two countries that are constantly being described by the mainstream media as the communist states, states that there is no freedom of speech. But what is freedom of speech? When humans need accommodation, places to live, places to develop families, good schools to send their children, and the infrastructure that drives development. And something very, very important about this is that some of these infrastructures that are being developed for the next generation are being supervised and followed up, managed from details to details by the leaders. Kim Jong-un himself is always on the ground. Xi Jinping went to visit the site to make sure that the work is well done. I would like us to watch this.
Located about a 90-minute drive from Beijing, Xiong'an New Area is being developed as what China describes as a city of the future. It serves as a key hub for relocating non-capital functions away from the Chinese capital. During his visit, President Xi Jinping toured China Huanan Group, a major state-owned enterprise that has relocated its headquarters to the area. At the company's Operations and Emergency Command Center, he was briefed on its relocation progress, industrial layout, and innovation initiatives.
We feel a strong sense of responsibility. During the 15th five-year plan period, we will focus on optimizing our operations and advancing green, low-carbon development. We will train and attract more skilled professionals to grow with Xi'an and support China's energy transition.
So behind me is China Huanan Group, one of the centrally administered state-owned enterprises that have relocated their headquarters to Xiong'an. How do you make the area a place where people want to live and raise their families? One of the key elements, high-quality education.
This is the Xiong'an campus of Beijing No. 4 High School. Since opening in 2023, the branch has enrolled nearly 400 students.
It's been almost 9 years since China announced plans to build the Xiong'an New Area. Today, as you walk through the streets, you can see a city steadily taking shape. Major enterprises are moving in, schools, hospitals, and other public services are expanding. So now the focus is moving beyond construction to building a city where people can truly live, work, and thrive.
A new subway station, a new beach resort, and a new downtown with so many skyscrapers, it's being called Pyeonghattan. North Korea is spending big despite international sanctions on the authoritarian country. Pyongyang has been the site of multiple redevelopment projects in recent years, changing portions of this once gritty landscape into a modern city. The latest sign of this building boom are these 80-story skyscrapers. The flats are part of a plan laid out in 2021 by North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to construct 50,000 new housing units in Pyongyang. The 5-year project promised to improve the living conditions of residents in Pyongyang.
지금 이 초고층 산림집들에서는 평범한 근로자들이 생활하고 있는데 앞으로 나날이 변모되는 조국의 모습과 더불어 우리 인민들은 새로 일도서는 고리들과 산림집들에서 보다 문명하고 행복한 생활을 누려가게 될 것입니다.
North Korean state media announced in late 2025 that the 5-year plan had reached its final stage, the construction of 10,000 new housing units in the city's Hwasong district. Below the streets is another sign of Pyongyang's redevelopment plans. The city's underground metro first opened in 1972 with trains imported from China. For decades, the metro stations had a distinctly Cold War-era vibe, including muted colors, wood-paneled train interiors, and station walls adorned with propaganda murals. Now, several stations have undergone a facelift. At Yonggwang Station, long escalators descend to a revamped platform. Brighter colors and modern electronic displays present riders with a more modern station. Pyongyang's subway system consists of just 2 lines that stop at a total of 16 stations. The metro does not reach the city's newest suburbs, which are home to the newly built high-rises. More than 200 kilometers north, a new beach resort hugs 5 kilometers of coastline in the city of Wonsan. The Wonsan Kalma Beach Resort was opened during the summer of 2025. State media reports said it can accommodate nearly 20,000 people, with more than 50 hotels and attractions like water parks and restaurants available for visitors. But while the beach resort was initially open to Russian tourists, it has since been closed to all foreign visitors. Tourism once brought in some $175 million in funds annually. But since the pandemic, few countries have been allowed to return, and most of those who were able to visit the reclusive country could only go to select locations on package tours. Chinese tourists once represented the largest contingent of foreign visitors, representing an estimated 90% of foreign visitors. But flights between the two countries remain limited. So, how is the country affording these construction projects? Pyongyang has sold some $9.8 billion in weapons to Russia for the war in Ukraine. However, studies show the compensation received from Moscow is significantly less than the weapons' actual worth. The autocratic nation has also reportedly used illicit activities, including cybercrime, to generate funds in excess of $2 billion in 2025 alone, according to crypto industry analysts.